Because I believe that where I have a child who is Christ-centered, I tell you, even if they don't excel like academically, no 4, no 5, maybe no what, I know this child is going to be successful in life. I went through some school that is far away from my home. There is a way I found myself there. That was Chebambe Girls. And at one point, I decided to take note of the girls that we had who were very much embracing the chapel activities. The likes of Kaija, of New Vision, the likes of Keti Kiraso of Bank of Uganda. I think now she's in the DFCU. You know, us here, we are there. I was trying to write down and I say, where are these girls? Where are these girls? Because it is a girls' school. And really, I discovered that you serve God and you'll never go wrong. So Edify, thank you so much for the work you're doing. Continue to embrace. Schools continue to embrace. I'm seated next to I think, a director, and I'm already seeing him as a converted person in what you're doing. He has already converted me from the other seat. He cannot spare you. He's talking the language that I'm really listening to Amanda really saying. Thank you so much. And schools, we are happy to have you here. Thank you for coming. Directors, where are you? Put up your hand if you are a director of a school. Directors, thank you for coming. Because for me, I know once we have directors on board, things will move. Some lady talked about it, and I said this is a strong point. Because if they are not in it, I tell you, they don't know what is going on. There's no way they are going to be convinced by the teachers. But once they know what is going on, and you have already converted them like my neighbor there, I tell you things will move on very well. And the same applies to the head teachers. Once the head teachers also are brought on board, then they will really take the teacher, they push the teachers to do what they want them to see happen. And of course, once the teachers are on board, then what else do we say? And they are living the talk. I was an inspector of schools for 8 years. I get disappointed at times what we say is not what we do. One time we were in a school and we found 2 teachers caning badly a primary 6 girl. One teacher was holding legs, another one was holding arms. And then someone was caning and she was screaming. Instead of going to the office now to do our work, we first went to the classroom. Of course, the teachers released the girl. We followed up. I don't want to go into the wrong story. We followed up the whole story. This girl was being caned for continuously refusing to do homework, according to them. But we discovered that this learner was staying with a step-parent who told her that school is school and home is home. So things of school, leave them at school, and things of home will be done from home. So whatever homework she would be given, at the end of the day, she could not do it because books would be left at school. And they had a restaurant at home, so she would go into restaurant issues. She told us she wakes up at 4, they have to prepare for katogo, they have to wash utensils, you know, blah, blah, blah. Katogo is ready, then she goes to school. In the evening, she goes into the same thing. The teachers looked at us when the girl was explaining, and I tell you, some teachers were even in tears. We called the father, because she told us it is stepmom. Don't tell mommy. That will be the end of my schooling. Stepmothers who are here, may God really change your hearts. Because these children are innocent. May you kneel down always and say, God help me not to punish this innocent child as I prepare my good way for heaven. Because it is too much. It is too much. I'm doing my master's in counseling, and I've been in some schools. And I've picked these papers from these children. But I tell you, the issue of stepmothers dominates everything. Yes. And the issue of humiliation by teachers. And the issue of caning. We have heard of a story now of a girl, senior what? From Rubirizi, who was given 80 strokes by a teacher. And the girl died yesterday. Have you seen that? In the papers that I picked from the children where I'm doing my research from, Children have told me, for them that they know caning begins from 1 up to 50 strokes. How? What is in the mind of a teacher to give 1, go through 10, go through 20, go through 30, go through 40? I'm even tired of counting. Just counting. And at the end of the day, you have to look for diclofenac or to help yourself with the pain. For us in the Ministry of Education and Sports, we came up with a circular on mental health, something related to this. And we expect every school to have 1 hour per week to take the children through mental health issues. That is the CEL we are seeing here. Some schools received and they have dumped whatever they dumped. Some schools will say there's no time. Someone shared and said it's not about teaching. Yes, we need to teach, but we need to touch the mind, we need to touch the soul, the whole, and the body. That's that whole person. And that is when we shall see children really become helpful in our societies. I know not everybody here got for the food that you are looking for from your children. But we are successful people here. I'm seeing good ladies and gentlemen dressed very decently. Thanks so much. You are looking very smart. Did we get 4? Did we get 5? Why are you killing children? Directors, why are you killing your teachers? Are we getting it? So I'm very happy with what Edify is doing. When the director, of course, straight away have to report to my PS to really tell her what we're doing. And of course, my commissioner, she knows that I'm here, Madam Harriet Ajron. And I'm here on behalf of the department. I'm here on behalf of the ministry. And we take note of what is happening in our schools. We get interested because some partners come in and maybe they are diverting our schools, they are diverting our children. But I'm very happy that what you are doing is actually good for our children. Thank you for supporting the Ministry of Education and Sports. Thank you so much. And private schools, of course, these are schools you have started, but some children even would not be in school had your school not been in existence. Someone would not be having a job as a teacher, maybe had not your school not been in existence. So thank you, directors, for starting these schools. Now, us as teachers, head teachers, if you are given a school, then please make sure you don't disappoint the director. Then you hear the money has disappeared, then you hear this, someone does not come in time. Then the head teacher is also struggling, but the teachers are also down there not doing their part. Some are maybe dodging, but I know a good number of you are doing a good job. I'm just saying, let us do what is expected of us as children of God. Whether the director is seeing you or not seeing you, are you serving the children that have been placed in your hands? That is what we want to see. That is the real serving of God. Other than doing a good job because the director is now on the compound, or the head teacher. And when he goes away, someone is quite different from what they were showing their director or their head teacher. So that we can have good schools where children will be happy and they want to really go back to school. Not schools where children don't want to go back. We have seen children cry, "Mommy, I'm not going back. I'm not going back." And when we do that, then we shall not be promoting the CEL that we are talking about. There is a director I called yesterday. A parent called me and said, "You see, I don't know what the teacher wants with my child." The other day she said that he delayed to finish homework. So when it came to lunchtime, and this is B1, when it came to lunchtime, she told him that you are not going for lunch because you have not finished homework. And the thing happened another day. So the parent got bothered and said, "What do I do?" And I told her, "Give me the director's number." So that I go through the director to handle the teacher. Because she said, "Please don't mention that I'm the one. My child will be in trouble." You see what our parents are taking us as teachers. But I think and I believe that our people who are being taken through this program, we are going to have very good teachers from here. We are going to have very good head teachers. We are going to have very good directors. Directors who will sit down and plan with that school, maybe the management, and at the end of the day, you know this money will be for this money will be for this money will be for this. The little the much you have promised your teachers, at the end of the month, you know they are going to do what? They are going to pay. Because we have seen some directors also. Term begins, money is full on the accounts, and the money goes away. Don't you have a work plan? And don't you have a budget? So that even such programs that we have planned for, really they will be worked on, we shall implement them. So let us continue to work as a team, so that we can have good schools, we can have all-round children, Christ-centered children. I was trying to look at something small here, and I said, what are the practical school examples of a Christ-centered school? And I looked at things, a school that begins a lesson with a prayer and reflection. Use of Bible stories to teach emotional and social skills. Encouraging peer support and mentoring. Organizing community service activities. They are there. And she was even asking, and people were trying to answer. I almost told someone at the panel here that you can even say this. During the AGMs, when you go out to participate in cleaning the activity, maybe the trading centers. When we have activities like sports and we have brought our communities in, then all these are things that are building the CEL we are talking about. Teaching conflict resolution through biblical principles. Recognizing and celebrating acts of kindness. A child is very kind. A child has asked for forgiveness. And you recognize such a person and say, this is very good. Even God is going to bless you. This is enough to that child. We shall really be implementing that we are talking about. Creating opportunities for learners to express feelings in a healthy way. As also looking at the classroom part, rooted in biblical truth, God's word, guides behavior and relationships, filled with love and grace, safe and supportive environment, learners feel valued, heard and respected. Prayer is used to seek wisdom, comfort and guidance. Service-oriented, of course, staff, where students, learners are encouraged to serve others, forgiving and restoration, character building. My neighbor shared with me something that I've liked. Charisma will take you far, but character will keep you there. Something like that. Those are the good things that we are going to want to see. We're encouraging that charismatic. We are working very hard. I'm seeing people energetic and doing things. But if your character is not really a good one, we shall see someone moving from a high level and actually someone is down. And we're like, what happened? This person used to be the other side. And this is something I'm seeing in what Edify is trying to emphasize. Character. Christ-centered child. Sure, if you take your child to really a school that values Christ-centeredness, you really find that there is a difference between that child and a child who has gone to a school that does not mind about these things. Character is shaped, discipline is there, and a child who is disciplined, even when they are struggling academically, I tell you at the end of the day, they will come out very successful. They come out to excel. We have seen them. We taught them. I taught that child who had, was head of scripture union, but he was struggling. He was struggling. He got 3 points at the end of senior 5. Our cutoff was 8 for the arts student. But because he was our head of scripture union, he pleaded, he's an orphan. And the school promoted him. He went to senior 6 and waited, said, let us wait for the 9s that have never stepped in this school. Senior 6 mock time came, and the boy still failed to write. For the history teacher, Madam Edwina said, please teacher, forgive me. I have failed to get what to write. And the teacher brought the boy to me and said, see what your son, Mama Wabana. For me, that was my nickname. I know being kind to the children, it even changes their discipline. I never caned, I never humiliated, but I would get you, I would not spare you. I would get you and put you aside and would talk about it. About home, about your plans for the future, about the plans for your school. And I tell you, children can change. How I got my mama nickname, I got this senior 5 boy escaping from school, I was going to school. And I'm asking him, young man, where are you going? It's class time, it was after break. Of course, he is beginning to lie here and beating about the bush, and I see something bulging in his pockets, and I went for it. What was it? They were condoms. A young boy, they were condoms. But also as counselors, we need to see how we handle things. And I said, I'm happy at least you thought of protecting yourself. And the young man calmed down, and for me, I got good ground on how to start, talking to him about what he was going to do. You are a student, now you are escaping, now you are even going for this. We shared a lot, and I tell you, this young man, when he reached now back, he told the colleagues what we had shared. For me, we agreed. that condoms issue of these condoms will remain between me and you, so long as I don't hear anything about you of indiscipline in the staff room. You know, teachers will always talk. But if I hear something about you concerning discipline, I will also table the issue of condoms. And we made our agreement. And this student will fulfill. He would pass by and say, Mama, I will never disappoint you. I'm going to pass. I would tell him that is what I want. And then he would come to talk. Oh, why you thought I would even report? So he would come again and again. And I tell you, cutting the long story short, this young man is a medical doctor. He even studied on government. I never caned, I never abused. You know, there is a lot that we need to do so that this CEL program really continues to move on. As I finalize, I wanted to mention a few of these things, especially to the teachers. If you have to manage our children well, if you have to support them, children go through a lot. As a ministry, we know there is a lot that children are going through, teachers are going through, parents are going through. But when we come to our learners, we look at so many things and we say, these learners need to be supported. When you look at issues of domestic violence, when you look at issues of poverty, one child told us that for them, they take one meal around 5. That is breakfast, that is lunch, that is supper, taken at the same time. And these are children seated before you, and someone begins to doze and you slap. You don't even want to find out, don't you sleep? Why shouldn't we change our approaches? You remember when we had come out of COVID, a teacher who caned a girl, and it was in the papers, and she was absent-minded. And this teacher slaps badly, and it was discovered. For him, he was saying, you are thinking about the boys you have been sleeping with, now in the COVID time. But now later it came out that this girl lost her parents to COVID, mommy and daddy. So those people who shared with her, she was saying, you see, for me, I'm always thinking about mommy and daddy, even when I'm in the classroom. That was another teacher now who was approaching it very well and trying to find out why this girl is always absent-minded. And the girl is revealing a very touching story. But the other teacher is coming and saying, you are thinking about the boys you have been sleeping with during COVID time. You people, you can be absent-minded. Sleep can come. Some of you are about to doze off. Should we come and slap you? It comes naturally. It comes naturally. So children are going through a lot. Peer pressure is there. You people, why do you forget how you grew up? As if you never wrote those of cheats. As if someone never tapped. Maybe boys were even disturbing the buttocks of the girls. But when someone does it, you come, you want to kill them. Let your approach be very different. How getting it? We are here, some of the things we did. You are the one shaking in the desk as the teacher is teaching, and when they ask who has done it, everybody keeps quiet, including you. Who has done it? But all these things, when the students do them, we imagine as if these things cannot be done, yet we even did them, and we fail to have a way of managing these situations. Have a positive way of helping these children. They will stay in school and they will direct school, and they will study and they will finish. Some are traveling long distances, single parents are there, orphans are there, poverty is hitting hard. We had children, 2 girls, who are orphans, and they would be the one to lock the home, and they would be the one to open the what? The home. They would go home and create with the banana plantation. They would have coffee, they would have cassava, they have sweet potatoes. That is where they are getting their school fees from. And you think a child who is now in the classroom, think about maybe going back to prepare a garden of sweet potatoes, sometimes will not be absent-minded. They will be absent-minded. Altogether. So let us really embrace this program, and teachers, we go into being godly in whatever we are doing. Let us be godly, let us encourage godliness, let us be prayerful, let us be forgiving, let us be understanding. That is when we shall help these children. Let us have impartiality. Let us treat children in the same way. Let us have impartiality. Some teachers are doing it well, but some teachers really are showing that segregation. One student, when we were in the school, told us, hey, what did you get? They had gone to be appreciated when they were celebrating their good results of P7. So this girl tells us, yeah, I got 5, But I'm very happy because my colleagues whom the teachers used to say they're going to get 4 for them, they are not even here. They are not even here. She got 5. Those that were expected to get 4 didn't even get her 5. And you know, she was telling us there would be that special treatment of the children that they expected to get 4, and then the others would be taught in whatever way they would get. Now she's coming up with her 5. Treat all children in the same way. Tall or short, dark or brown, fat or small, bright or not bright. Are we getting it? I tell you, all these children will perform well. The other one of scripture I want to tell you about, I don't know how I didn't finish it. At the end of the day, we talked to him. Because I told the teacher, if we chase this child out of school, that will be the end of his schooling. Because that is what the guardian had said. You are praying at school, I'm paying my money, you better move out of school. At the end of the day, through our motivation, through our encouragement, I didn't even teach him physically in class, this young boy came out with 17 points. That positive talk is very important. But this business of abusing our children, for me, I produced a stupid one. Your parents are wasting their money now on you. For you are a stupid one. And these are the things parents are saying. Unfortunately, these are the things also as teachers we are saying. And we are telling the young ones. Madam Amanda has talked about it. This thing really works even much more at that young age. And so you are telling someone that you are stupid, someone is 6, someone is 5. It will remain there. That is even how some people give up. After all, my stepmom says I'm stupid. My stepmom says I'm stupid. And someone gives up. You can motivate them. Duncan, came out to really excel because of our motivation. So teachers, please have that equal treatment of our children. We saw in one school where a nursery kid said, I'm not going back to this school. Why? You see, when they are taking pictures for the calendar, they picked only these brown girls, fat girls who had braided hair. And for her, she was coming from a very rich family, but she was tiny, and the parents had cut the hair. So the teachers came and picked and took a picture, and that picture appeared in the calendar. And the child said, I cannot go back. Surely, why don't I use it? I can do it in some smarter way. All of them can be there. I can even have my other children in front, but everybody is standing there, not so. So that no one feels bad. And the girl was insisting. Maybe that mother didn't take her, and as mothers, we can say, you are not going back. Are we getting it? So that girl was refusing. Let us treat children in the same way. Let us be understanding. Let us be observant. Our children, what is happening to this child? She has been performing well, now she's declining. She has been coming early, she's coming late every day. She has been active, but now she's withdrawn. These are the things SEL is telling us about. Not so. So that you observe, and when you see something negative, now for you as a child of God, you call this child and try to find out that you have been performing well. What is the problem? You are always crying. What is the problem? Some teachers are not good at that. A good teacher is a very good observer. And they are observing something in that child. If they are improving, you say, I'm very happy with your performance. From 50, now we have 70. This is very good. I have a doctor in you. What do you want to become in the future, Kumbe? No, madam, I want to be an engineer. Okay, I have an engineer before me already. And that is how children perform well. Not just look at primary, even our secondary children. All of them are the same. Even us as old people. You encourage, you motivate. Someone even works very hard or works harder. These are things that touch everyone who really has blood and even breathes. But sometimes we are putting them down. I know with the self-sensitization, these converted people, we really be changed what? We really be changed teachers. Be approachable, don't be a feared teacher. Be approachable. Some of you, children fear you. Have healthy relationships with learners. Those are the things that we want. Our gentlemen, at times you have disappointed us. When girls refuse to go back to the schools because you want something from them. That is disturbing their mind, and SEL is not supporting that. Even if she's so beautiful as what I don't know that I can mention. Please, she is your learner, and so she's your child. Maybe that you had to say, had it not been right, I would have done something. But because she's your learner, now you cannot do anything. And at the end of the day, one tell us, they are the ones rolling their eyes. They are the ones sitting badly for us. How can your child ground you really? How can your child ground you? And you have to give excuses here and there. They say success begins to happen the time we stop giving excuses. And then we move on successfully. Please have good relationships with them. They are ready to listen to you. I know they are ready to cooperate. But when we have bad relationships, then we are disturbing their minds. I'm trying to wind up. Of course, prepare for teaching. A good teacher is a prepared teacher. But a director, if you want these teachers not to really begin humiliating our children, quarreling, giving 50 strokes, some of them it is an excuse. By the time I finish giving 50, a lesson will have ended. And someone moves out. Because if you have 5 children and you are giving 50-50, that lesson will end. Because you are not prepared. Can you prepare for teaching? A prepared teacher is always good. They come in time. They are less quarrelsome. Where children are stuck, they want to ask them, where didn't you understand? But an unprepared teacher, you have been making noise. That's why you cannot even understand what I'm saying. You keep there. Can you even move outside? Someone even can follow him outside. Maybe someone knows that they are not ready to teach up to the end of the what? Of the lesson. But when you are prepared, the same thing will fit so much into what you're doing. Make the schemes of work, make the lesson plans, and let you not be forced. And I tell you, we shall be good teachers, and the children will be happy with us. Of course, guidance and counseling is very crucial. Surely every lesson you enter, some word of guidance and counseling. Now the biblical part of it is what we want. Quote something from the Bible. Talk about Joseph maybe with his, his defeat of temptation. Talk about maybe Abraham and his obedience and how God, blessed him. Get something and tell the children. And it will stick into their minds. And someone will want to behave like Abraham. Someone will want to behave like David. Someone will want to behave like Joseph. Are we getting it? And that is how we shall manage them. And we have children who have grown up with the hearts of God. So please, guide and counsel. At least a few minutes. And then Minister Mukasa told me about to meet up and burden. And when he was explaining, I said, wow, this is very good. And you start your lesson like that. I'm saying, wow. Wow. And then we are sharing something. And you see children loving each other. We're getting it. Children who will not bully others, like Madam Amanda was saying. When my children are going to school, they are already big. My last born is in senior 1. But following someone who's actually at university almost. I tell them, never tease. Teasing is for people who don't see far. You people, you are learned. You know how your OBs and OGs mean a root in your life. But someone can decide to bully, someone can decide to tease badly. These are things we should put in the children already, that it is ungodly. But also, at one time, you will meet at some point. He will be a banker, maybe you'll be a teacher, or you'll be a doctor. You'll find someone, who tortured you, and he has come to you for treatment, or maybe he has come for a place in your school. Surely now it is God to help you, otherwise some people can really behave in a satanic way. And you say, he's here, he's the one. So these are things we need to inculcate in our children as early as possible. And teachers, of course, we have to be exemplary. We are saying all this, but are you walking the talk? We are saying keep time, are you keeping time? We are saying let us not abuse, are you not abusing? We are saying, maybe if someone has got 12, at one time I was in some school and I gave a boy who got 35% in geography paper 1. He used to fail it. And it was on the table and one teacher saw it and said, you people, how can you give good to someone with 35? And then the teachers, now it was the talk of the staff room. And of course, when you have your confidence, and I told them, please bring here this paper. You don't know where this boy has come from. Because for me, from a 15 to a 20 to a 25, and now we have 35, I'm already seeing a distinction coming. And so I know why I'm giving him a very good. I gave him a very good, and I said I'm encouraged, and at the end of the day, my innocent got a distinction 2 in geography paper 1. How are you managing these children? How are you managing these children? We can manage them. I'm happy with the CEL program. It goes in with our mental health issue. You need even to interact with someone who is coordinating the mental health program in the ministry, so that we see even how we can, do these things together. As we are talking about the issue of, Christ-centered, I was seeing us also making sure that, our guidance and counseling maybe have something in every subject, something in every lesson, something in every program of the school. That is what it is all about. Like you are emphasizing the issue of godliness. A lesson, maybe preaching, maybe referring to the Bible, maybe reading the Bible, maybe asking for kindness, maybe someone asking for forgiveness. We have seen teachers, a child makes a mistake, and someone says, you get the stick and give him, right there. I think the lady of Ginger, who gave a stick to a student, a pupil. For us, of course, we know in our Ministry of Education, when I'm talking of pupil, according to our constitution, I'm talking of a primary learner. When I'm talking to the secondary child, I'm talking of a student. But when you go the dictionary way, AI will tell you they're all the same. But we are following the constitution. The constitution, pupil is for primary and secondary, we talk of a student. And maybe the other levels of what? So don't say talking primary. Someone can try to challenge you. We are following the constitution, that is what it says. But when you go dictionary, it will put them in the same what? In the same category. So let us be exemplary, the time management, the use of phones. You are in the classroom and you move out to pick a phone. You are disturbing the minds of these children. And then when you have just come back to continue with your lesson, the phone call again, and then you move out. You are giving mental headache to these children. They look at you, they are young, but they get annoyed with what you're doing. Let us be disciplined and really do what we're supposed to do. Of course, speaking like Vera, at times I go to schools and I say maybe I need to ask for a school before I retire. So sometimes you sit in a school, you look at the head teacher and you say, Mr. Headmaster, are you managing this school really? Veras are everywhere, rubbish is everywhere, the school is not conducive, chairs are broken and you're on the compound, and he will tell you there is someone in charge of furniture. And you look at the whole thing and you say, sure. And then you go to another school and you see things are very superb. And you are like, how I wish this school could really, the other school could come and visit this school. When you have the labor, surely, the children, you just tell them, in 2 minutes, I want to see the compound clean, and it will be clean in 2 minutes. The labor is there. Atuveras everywhere, rubbish everywhere, chairs are, in one school, a window was almost falling, and we asked the teacher, said, you see, the director does not give me money. I need to repair all these things. And we gave 1,000 to someone on the compound. Go there and buy for us, nails. And the man brought the nails, and we got a stone. And we fixed the what? We fixed the window. Why should the children be in a safe, classroom? And the man was there looking at us. I said, Mr. Headmaster, you cannot spare 1,000. From the 1 million they pay you. They're waiting for the director. Yes, directors you should support. But headmasters and teachers, there's also something that we can do. You sweep your classroom, and the rubbish is, just at the entrance. And you come in and you greet the children and you begin teaching. Let us have those conducive environments where children will be happy with the school. But above all, like Sarah says, like Edify says, godly children. Conflict resolution amongst ourselves and even amongst the children. Let them not fight. Because I hit you, you should also hit me. No. Ask the other one, ask for forgiveness. And the other one should be ready to forgive. And that is how our children will grow up. And that is how we shall have good future leaders. Of course, working as a team, I'm seeing the program is very good. It needs teamwork. Because if I'm the one doing it and the other teachers are not doing it, sure, it will not take root, it will not take shape. So we are all here, we have trained, You go and tell the teachers outside there who have not attended what is expected of you. And especially the goodness in this program. I have told you at school, I usually take my children to schools that value godliness. Those virtues, those values, as Madam here was saying, those are the things that we have to look for. So imagine all these schools that are here, people are going to look for you. Your schools are going to be flooded. And when they flood, please don't forget, and now you drop what you have been doing that is good. Please embrace. Private schools will not want to see marks, but please embrace this issue that is talking about God. And then academics also will go high. Of course, let us control our emotions. Let us control our emotions. Let us not abuse the children. It is torturing the mind. It does not really fit in CEL. Let us not humiliate them. Let us control our emotions. Let us not fight. We have seen even some teachers fight. Let us not cane badly. Control yourself, please. If one or two and stop there. Or just talk to that child. Don't abuse. Some even have abused their head teachers. Head teachers abuse teachers. Someone exchanging with the director. That respect, for each other is very important. And of course, avoiding corporal punishment. I'll mention it. I'll not leave it. Let us avoid those corporal punishments. We have alternatives to corporal punishment. And the approach of Edify will even help us not to go in for it. Because we have these other ways of saying, maybe you can do this work, you can ask for forgiveness. What does the Bible say? How should you have done it? And then someone knows exactly what they are supposed to do. We need to embrace it. Otherwise, even when we kill the esteem of these children, we kill their confidence. Many things would happen to these children. I'm very happy with that program. And then, of course, I know our children will be able to move on very well. We can't say it all and finish it. He gave me like 15 minutes. I need to wind up. But I must say, Edify, thank you so much. Whoever came up with this idea. Chisanja no sleep. People are thinking. And we need to think. We need to be creators. We need to be innovators if we have to see bright futures. Not so. You are in your school, they have told you what they have told you. Can you call them and say, on top of what you told us, Mr. Mukasa, for us, we have even come up with this. And Mr. Mukasa says, Mr. Director, let us go and see what this school is doing. But some people want to keep with the same things. One DO said, at least if you enter an office, you change at least the window and say, by the 5 years' time, at least I moved the other window from there or door and I put it the other side. Let us be innovative, but especially in the area of supporting the minds of the children. Once the minds are okay, once the hearts are okay, once the physique is okay, they are doing exercises. Some of you want to just teach, no practicing, no praying, no singing, no exercising. Children are in class from morning up to evening. People are looking for 4. People are looking for 4. And that's how they get tired, and some give up. The minds are like, they have eyes, and children are reading and nothing is entering. They tell us, Madam, I read and read, but nothing gets into my what? Into my head. How can I have, that things remain there? And you are not giving them time to relax a bit, so that when they come with vigor, and they will actually read, and things will enter. Otherwise, I want to thank you for really coming up on this invitation to attend this very important conference. It touches all of us. I know many of us even here are parents. We are teachers. We are counselors. Every teacher is a counselor. We want to thank you, Edify, for really funding this program and having these teachers on board. Teachers, the board is in your hands. Administrators, directors, the board is in your hands. Head teachers, the board is in your hands. Please go out and be ambassadors of this program, so that when we come to visit you, I know I should participate maybe in your supervision, and I go and see what these schools are doing. I want to copy a leaf so that I can also share maybe with the other schools that are not in that program, especially government schools. They are not so. But maybe one time they also get on board. When a director, you need to visit the PS and brief her on what you're doing. This is a very good program. And by the time you reach her, I will have softened the ground. I will have softened the ground so that many people are brought on board. A program that is saying want children to have good hearts, that uprightness. You have a child, he's very upright, and he's an academic potential. Don't you think you'll be a very happy parent? You see your child doing things that are proper. Character is so good. Academics is so good. That is what Edify is aiming at. So please be here, pick a road. Let us go out and implement. For me, already I've picked, and once I visit the school, these are the things I'll be sharing with them. Edify, I'm just going to start straight off. Because for me, what I've had here, what I've seen is so good for our children. I can't say it all. Maybe another time when you can say prepare a wrong paper and someone is here and we talk to the children. And we tell the teachers, how did we, for example, fight to be called by mama? How? A child runs from home. There's one child who came from her home and ran to my home and said, Mama, why don't you come home and tell my dad to stop drinking, because when we are passing by, I find him in the middle of the road in mud, and the man is drunk. By the time a child thinks of a teacher and says, let me tell her this sensitive something concerning her family, then it means you are doing something in the life of that particular child. And it's what I want these children to do. That is how they should see you. And it can happen. And we shall drop the canes. So that this CEL program is really promoted and promoted and promoted. Once again, I'm Sinje Pisabiti, Principal Education Officer. I specialize a lot, teaching, yes, is there, but counseling is my thing. Very passionate about it. If you can't go back to school, my master's is in education administration, but now I'm doing my master's in counseling. Because when we retire, we may not be tired. We can still go out and do something, not so. God bless you, Edify, as you continue to support our children and support our schools. God bless us all, the partners, and may He help us to really implement what we are learning from here. Thank you for listening to me, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Vanai, let's stand and appreciate Madame Businje. Peace for that very one. Also, stretching. Don't forget the chair also stands up with you. Thank you so much, Madame Businje. We do. Oh, by the way, I think let's do this because of interest of time. Just stand, we'll do a group photo. I think better from here, right? Let's all come up front here as of stretching. Please just come and we do a group photo. Just do a group photo. We are going to sum up, others down. Yeah, just stand somewhere in the middle there. Let's come, we take up. For those of us in the gowns, your time is coming. Trust me, just be there. We're about to give the instruction. Chap, chap. Camera team, Alex, and the team, please, let's come for a group photo. Others can go up there, please. Others can go up. Because after this, we are going straight for lunch. We have 2 serving points. The team, the graduates, you are going to have your separate line. And also, we shall also have a separate serving point. The golden is yours. The not golden is ours. Please, others, let's go up. Others, let's go up. Let's go up. Joel, please set us up. Are we good? Can you see me? Yeah, Mr. Olsen, make sure we can all be seen. Thank you. All right, let's go up. Others, let's go up, please. Shall we? Watch it. Hey, make sure you can be in the photo. Thank you. Appreciate. Today, Mabega. Let's go. Hey, Mabega. Thank you. Let's go. Wow, this is... Joel, can you see all of us? Come again.